Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to One Piece, episode 989. We are getting so close to episode 1000. Like, we're only 11 episodes away. And it's wild to me. Like, when the manga hit chapter 1000, it was this huge deal. It was this massive celebration. One Piece fans all over social media were just losing their minds over how awesome it was. And there was this big kind of campaign they put forward to thank Oda for all the work he has done for all of these years. And it was this just really big deal. Like, it was a celebration. It was something exciting. Because, yeah, there have been a lot of manga and anime that have been pretty damn long. But to make this kind of milestone and to have the consistent quality that One Piece has, like, yeah, there are some parts that are not as good as others, but overall, One Piece has been consistently the same quality the entire time, if not getting better as time goes on. Just because of all of the stuff that had been foreshadowed, all of the world building and everything just adding up. So the fact that now, as an anime only fan of this series, we're getting close to episode 1000. You know, it's gonna be another big celebration. For the anime community who watches this and partakes in this in that manner, and we're probably not going to get like anything like any kind of like big special episode or anything. It's just going to be another episode of the series that's continuing the story. But you know, it's gonna be a big deal nonetheless. It's gonna be something that people are going to talk about, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see the discourse when that episode comes out. But we still got some episodes to go before we get to that point. So last time, Marco returned, the first division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates. He came back only to yeet the Big Mom Pirates back down the waterfall. It was kind of glorious. I did mention last time how like the actual moment he appeared on screen and everything, we realized it was him. It was like kind of unceremonious. There wasn't like any big music cues or any like special like themes or anything playing. It was just like, oh, this isn't King, it's Marco. It was very restrained. And now that I've had time to watch the episode again, I've had time to think about it and everything. I've seen some other reactions to it, such as Johnny's reaction. It's just, I think I like that more because I think it fits his character. I feel like Marco isn't the most bombastic character in this series. Like, even though he's the first division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, even though he has a mythical Zoan devil fruit, and even though he had some very badass awesome moments in the war at Marineford, he's still a very unceremonious character. He's very calm and relaxed. And in the flashbacks we saw with Whitebeard and Roger and all, he was very much just a normal dude, just enjoying life and having fun. And I love that One Piece does that. It makes these characters out to just be people. And sometimes they don't need to be bombastic or have like these big stories or these big like amazing character designs or amazingly unique just personalities. Sometimes they could just be normal guys or normal girls or whatever. Either way, the characters in the show, it's like when we get characters like that, they almost stand out, ironically, just because everyone else is so bombastic in this series. So I really actually, now that I've had time to think about it, appreciate the understated way Marco returned here. Yes, there was some cool music afterwards when he attacked the Big Mountain Pirates and all, but just the fact that he returned to no real big fanfare within, the episode itself. It was it was just a very held back, restrained moment, and I like that actually. Um, and yeah, again, multiple reactors definitely had a much more notable reaction to it, of course. Um, Johnny definitely was one of the big ones. If you don't know who Johnny is, by the way, she formerly went under the name on YouTube Super Mecha Frieza, but she recently changed her YouTube handle and branding and all that. Um, so yeah, it's just I've been watching like each episode along with her to see it again and everything. And yeah, she's she was very much excited to see Marco return. She, I guess, doesn't watch the openings or see the titles or whatnot, which fair because they do spoil quite a bit. So when she saw Marco, she wasn't expecting it. Like I knew it was coming because it was in the opening. um, but when she saw him, she was surprised. So I assume she didn't watch the opening. I assume she didn't see the title because both of those spoiled it. um, but still, it's like I'm glad to see that people are still that excited for his character because Marineford made him very quickly just super likable and interesting and cool. But he wasn't alone. He had Izo with him when he came, and we might be getting Izo and Okiku reuniting at some point, and I'd be very excited for that. You guys know how much I really love Okiku. She's really quickly rose to one of my favorite characters, and not just because she's trans, although that is part of it. I just really like her character. She's badass, but she can also be very gentle and cutesy at the same time. She's one of Kozuki Odin's retainers, so you know she's exceedingly strong and dependable. Um, but at the same time, it's like she's just so nice. It's like you wouldn't expect like this really heavily skilled samurai warrior to just be like this really cute, nice girl. And it's like, okay, I can dig that. Plus, again, she can be very badass. Like when she puts on her mask and all. So I would love to see her and Izo reunite here. Um, we also saw Big Mom briefly. She peeked out from the Onigashima building and everything. Everyone else had jumped into the sea, but Chopper and his tank really couldn't. So things might go down there. And at the same time, Tanjiro has finally reached Kaido and Orochi. And Black Maria's there too, I guess. um, but he hasn't told them just yet about what's going on. He's arrived. He brought Momo. That's pretty much all they know at this point. Zoro and Luffy are kind of running around doing their thing. Luffy's pretending to still have some semblance of sneakiness. Like, dude, you already ruined that. They know you're there. You're not going to stick to the plan anymore, Luffy. It's like just give it up. I get why you're trying to. I fully understand. But it's over, dude. After all the mess you've already caused, it's over. And we still have the Tobiropo searching for Yamato. And Ulti is being carried like a princess by Pepe. Um, I really like Ulti. She's super cutesy. And it's like I do get into super cutesy characters. Plus she's hilarious. I love the way she snaps at people like that, just no matter who they are. And I love the fact that Kaido is so used to it, he just takes it in stride and he's just like okay with it. That's amazing. But yeah, seems like things are just kind of progressing at the moment, but nothing really big has happened yet. That might be changing real quick though, now that Big Mom is gonna see Chopper there and everything. So we'll have to see. But we're just gonna get this started. Hope for the best with 989 and see where this episode leads us. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so we saw a bit more of Marco, Izo, and Cat Viper this episode. I think I forgot to mention Cat Viper in the pre-thoughts. I just mentioned Marco and Izo. Sorry about that, but yeah, we saw more of them. They're just getting ready to join in, trying to figure out how to do so. Cat Viper seems to have a plan. Meanwhile, Kandro has finally told Orochi and Kaido about the pirates and the samurai continuing on their way here, not being taken out, and Kaido's not worried. Kaido's not worried at all. Black Maria's not worried at all. Orochi is scared shitless, though. Because Orochi's always been scared of the entire prophecy of all of them returning after 20 years. So the fact that his spy wasn't even able to help stop this in the end, like, that scares him. He's concerned because he's a shitless little git. But yeah, they do have Momo, and they're still planning to execute him, and they seem to be going ahead with it pretty quickly, so that's a problem. It seems like Orochi's entire idea behind it, which would be valid, is that if they do this, it would demoralize the invading armies who are basically serving under Momo as the rightful leader of Wano. And he's not wrong. Like, yeah, that would demoralize them because they're doing this to put Momo on the throne, to put the Kozuki family back in charge of Wano, as is rightfully what should be happening. So, if Momo were killed, it would hurt the plan. And there's still Hiyori, sure. I mean, she could probably take over. I don't know if Orochi and them even know that she's around at all. Like, obviously, Komurasaki supposedly died from what they know, but they didn't know that was Hiyori and everything. So I don't know if they know about that at all, but... And I don't know if Wano has any rules about being led by a woman or anything. I know that there's a lot of places in the world, in reality, and just even in fiction and stuff where it's like it's not really ever considered, just due to sexism and stuff. But the thing is, One Piece very heavily leans into its strong female characters, and we've seen multiple cases where strong female characters have led groups or whatnot, places and locations and all. So it's like, it wouldn't be completely out of the question here. But obviously, we know Momo's not going to die. They're not going to kill Momo. So it's just going to be a case of how and when is he going to be saved. We also see Chopper and Usopp having to deal with Big Mom. She recognizes Chopper, and I had questioned, like, did she ever actually meet Chopper? But yeah, no, she did. It's like, it's hard to remember everything, like every person she came in contact with, because we know she didn't meet every member of the Straw Hats. If, like, if for instance, if she looked out that window and saw Robin there, she would have no idea who that is, I'm sure. Robin would have probably been able to blend in a lot better. Same with Frankie or Zora or any of the ones who were in Wano at that time. Because she only met the ones who went to help retrieve Sanji. The only ones there who would count for that would be, well, Sanji, obviously, but Luffy, Brook, Chopper, Jinbei, Nami. And it's like those are the ones she would know. She would, well, Carrot, but she's not technically a member of the crew yet. Not a member of the crew yet. I'm still holding out hope. But yeah, so just the fact that it was Chopper. If Usopp were up above, it probably would have been fine. Usopp probably could have pulled it off better because she doesn't know Usopp. She never met Usopp. He was here. So it is the fact that it was Chopper that gave it away. And the ensuing action, we get to see Chopper actually do some good strategic planning and stuff with all of it. We just get to see him really shine there. We get to see him and Usopp work really well together, and even manage to do some notable damage to Big Mom. Nothing major, nothing that'll actually stop her, but it was notable that they did something to her. So, and we saw them ending up having to run away after they realized that the, like, direct attack didn't really do as much as they thought it did. And of course, we see this stuff at the end. So Luffy is continuing to fight just these random goons, while Ulti and Page One are continuing down where they're heading. They've just been, like, running through trying to do their job to find Yamato and stuff. Ulti is being cutesy and ridiculous as ever. Page One is just not really putting up with it at the moment. Calling her an idiot and just not wanting to really worry about her too much. But also, he doesn't just straight up leave her when she, like, drops to the floor out of being tired. But they continue. She ends up jumping onto his back, and causes him to fall down some stairs. And that's when they come in contact with Luffy. Though Page One, I think, is probably unconscious at the moment. So we might have our first big Tobiropo fight here. Luffy might take on Ulti and possibly Page One if he is able to come back from that. And I really wouldn't have expected it this soon. I don't know. For some reason, I thought that, like, they were going to take a bit longer before we got to the Tobiropo, but maybe not. Maybe not. Um, so I'm excited for next episode to see how that goes down. Because if they do fight, I'm pretty excited. Because I've said before, I've known it before. I do know what, at least to some degree, to a small degree, I do know what Ulti's devil fruit is, and I'm excited to, like, I've seen, like, a couple, like, pieces of art of it and screenshots, or not screenshots, but, like, manga scans. I don't know any context behind it. I don't know, like, what it's called or anything, or what it's exactly supposed to be. I just know kind of what it looks like based on, like, seeing it, like, once. So I'm not 100% blind on that, but it's like I'm still mostly blind because I still don't know really anything about it. I've only seen it, like, once. I suppose it was probably, I guess, when it happened in the manga, maybe. Um, because it's like I don't even know exactly how long ago it was, but I suppose it probably would be. Um, But again, I just saw a couple things on like Twitter of people posting about it at that time, and then I just decided, like, I don't want any notable spoilers after that, so let's just avoid that. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Cat Viper, Marco, and Izo do. I still really want to see Izo reunite with Kiku. Um, there's just it's getting started. Like this raid has been going for a while, for quite a few episodes now, but like the real good stuff seems to be getting started now. We're really getting into the thick of it, and I'm really excited for that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes when we get to next week's episode. But in the meantime, tell me in the comments below what you thought about this episode of One Piece 989. And as always, no spoilers in the comments. Although I do know a couple things going ahead, I still wish to remain as spoiler free as possible. I don't look out or look for spoilers. I don't try to find anything like that. It just sometimes I end up seeing it without trying to, and it's completely accidental. But please, no spoilers in the comments. Do not tell me what's coming at all, and we'll kind of go from there. But like I said, tell me your thoughts on this episode down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.